This is Living Power with Dan Hurst.
And he said that you are a reflection. I love the story of Dr. Alexander Papaderos, who was a philosopher, professor of philosophy. He had grown up in Crete, and during the war, the Nazis had arrested him and put him in a concentration camp. After he got out, he decided that he wanted to live his life connecting with people and helping them to understand purpose and plan and focus. And in one of his classes one time, he was teaching, and at the end of the class, as he was closing out class, somebody in the back of the room said, "Dr. Papaderos, I'd really like to know, what is the purpose of life?" And Dr. Papaderos said, "I'm glad you asked, and I want to answer that question." And he reached in his back pocket and pulled out his wallet. And in his wallet, he had a little mirror about the size of a $50. And he said, this mirror, he said, I had this little mirror. It was all worn and beveled and everything. He said, but I had this as a boy. And he said, no, I loved it. He said, I would take that mirror and you could shine it, and you could reflect the sun, and you could burn things, and you could shine it into dark. And he said, and I began to realize this mirror is really a euphemism for my life. It is kind of an expression of what my life is all about. I am not the source of light. I am not the light. All I am is a broken piece of glass that can reflect the light. But do you realize that it doesn't take a perfect mirror to reflect the light? A broken shard of mirror can reflect the light as well as a perfect mirror. You are, and every one of you is, a broken piece of mirror. That's what you are. None of you is perfect, except for Bert. I know he is because he told me. All of us are broken pieces of mirror, and we are to reflect the source of light. The light shines just as bright and reflects just as bright off of a broken piece of mirror as it does off of a perfect, unbroken mirror. Doesn't matter that your life is broken. Doesn't matter that you've gone through difficult times. Doesn't matter that you've destroyed what you thought was so right and so perfect. Doesn't matter that you've blown it or that somebody did that to you. Doesn't matter. You're still a broken piece of mirror that reflects the source of light. And that's what God is calling you to do. He's calling you to follow Him. And in following Him, His light reflects off of your light. When you follow Him, you become the reflection of Him. The minute you start going and peering into the darkness, you stop reflecting the light. Be the broken piece of mirror this week and reflect the light of God. Let's pray.
On behalf of Dan Hurst and the Open Class, we want to thank you for watching. We hope it was a blessing.